Hello! So, back once again with another replica belt review. As you probably know, the title suggests it's the WWE Championship, the spinner version, so there's no point in hiding it. This is the belt we're going to be looking at today. So, if you can see that, it does spin. I'll hang that over my shoulder like the champ usually did with this belt. Right, so we're going to be looking at this belt in depth. It's the first time I've really looked at it, so I'm going to show you sort of what to expect if you get one of these replicas. Talk about the weight and all the plates and everything. So this is probably one of the heaviest belts around, so bear that in mind when I talk about that. So without any further ado, let's get into looking at this replica championship belt. Right, so let's have a look at this then. So as you can see, this is a WWE Championship spinner belt. First introduced by John Cena after he won it back in, what, 2005 at WrestleMania 21. So he had the other one for a little bit, then he brought this in. But obviously, as you can probably see already, he was on SmackDown when he introduced this belt, and this had a SmackDown play on it, but obviously this is a version when he moved to Raw, and this had a Monday Night Raw play. So anyway, let's just take a look at this. So this belt, it's a Monday Night Raw version of when Cena first went over there, and this does come with a bag. I should have pointed this out. So this does have the WWE Raw logo, which was, you know, used at the time. So it's just the standard old bag, and on the back you got the zip lock, so that's there, and that runs all the way over to here. So yeah, that's that. You do get a bag with this, and I was lucky enough, even though it was secondhand, to get the bag with this. So this is the first time I've ever sort of seen one of these replicas or belts close up, so I don't really know too much detail about it. But obviously at the top here, you've got the eagle. It looks like it's really squashed down. It looks like it's in an awkward position. So you got the wings, they've got silver tips on the wings, got the feet, the claws, whatever, and that's the head of the eagle. So there you got, like, is it going to focus? There we go. You got like a red ruby or whatever for the eye. That's like the head, and then you got the beak there. So it's a bit like, you know, like it's lurking over you. I don't know if this is supposed to be a little crown or something maybe at the top, but you got diamonds there and little triangles. Diamonds all around the edges. You got orange rubies here, same on that side. I feel like I don't know where to start with this because there's so much going on with this belt, so let me go on this. So you got the diamonds all around the silver border here, that goes all around up until here. Then you got the nameplate, of course, I'll come back to that. The diamonds continue, and that goes all the way back to the top. This eagle part is getting there, so that's 3D, it's quite elevated, and then this part dips down, and you've got a little floral pattern here or whatever it is in the diamond. You got more little diamonds around here. It's the same on that side, and then this is where the magic happens, I guess. So here it digs down, got the 3D WWE logo, and these diamonds here, and there's one missing there. These diamonds right here are part of the spinning part, so you just spin that, you see these diamonds here are moving. So the plate itself, the spinning plate itself, does have diamonds all around its circular edge, and that, so I'll go out like that, so that spins like that. Ooh, look at that. So I don't know if this, I got this second hand, I don't know if this is missing the bolt or something to lock it in place, but this one doesn't lock. I'll show you that later. So it doesn't spin all that freely. I don't know if it can be loosened, I don't think it can, but it doesn't spin like the way it used to when Cena first introduced it. But it does spin nonetheless, and there you can have the original, you can have the Miz version of the belt, but let's just put it back to that. So the WWE logo itself, you got the floral pattern behind it that it spins on top of. So the WWE logo has many of these little diamonds, so if you were to get this restoned for actual like diamonds or whatever, this would cost you a bomb. So it's mostly silver here, the plate paint, and you got quite a few diamonds in between, but so the whole thing's not completely diamond up. The swoosh is like just silver paint with red paint, sorry, over silver paint, so no diamonds there you have to worry about. At the bottom, this is the part that always got me, you know, it was the main, supposed to be the most prestigious title that the WWE had, but it just said champ, and it just was a bit tacky in my opinion, rather than WWE champion, just as champ. So the champ is, they've all got little Hopefully it focuses a bit more. I don't know if it will. These have all got little diamonds in it as well. So CHAMP. Got the red diamonds on each end. This red diamond is also part of this plate that pops out. Same here, and then you got the 2 orange diamonds down the bottom here on the actual main part of the plate. And then the nameplate, this one's got John Cena, and these screws here, they can actually be unscrewed, so you can change the nameplate, but I don't have any to swap it out with, so John Cena it is. But these two I've just tried, they can be unscrewed, and that's how you would take the nameplate off. In terms of the thickness and all the stuff going on, so it's quite a thick belt. Apparently this was one of the heaviest belts there were. There you can see this, so there's 1 layer, 2 layers for the champ. This part, so that's the main plate, and then obviously the WWE logo which spins, that's another layer. And as you can see, the eagle part of it does pop out even more. So there's probably, what, there's like 1, 2, 3, there's about 4 different layers to this belt. So like I said, the eagle there, if you can see that eagle protrudes, and then you got, this is all part of one plate here, all of this is another part, that's another part, obviously the eagle which we just covered is another part. So it's quite, you know, quite a lot going on with this, and the thickness of it is really big. Even for a replica, just lifting this up, this is quite heavy. Right, so move on to the side plates. So in terms of the size and dimensions, they're the same. I'll go over the dimensions a little later on. But this one, you got Monday night, or Mon night, and the night's not even spelled correctly, but you know, you can't fit that in. And you got Raw. So because this was a Cena belt or whatever, they probably did change this after. This has got his trademark padlock they used to wear around his neck at the time, so that was pretty cool, I suppose. And that's quite 3D. Look at that, it's quite a big layer. So just focus, there we go. It's out of focus, but you can still see. So there we go. Come on, you little bastard. So this is one big chunk of plate, and then you got the padlock, which is another big chunk of plate. So 2 layers to that at least. And waiting for the colour to come back, sorry. So around you got the diamonds around the border here, like that. You've got gaps here, but you got the little triangle diamonds on either end. So the Monday night is all encrusted with more diamonds. You've got the red one, diamonds, all diamonds here, orange ones for the padlock, white ones or clear ones, and then Raw is all encrusted, and then you've got the little registered logo there. I'll do this other side plate first because these 2 end ones are exactly the same pretty much. So pretty much the same for the border here around the edge, but then this has got WWE, and it actually does say champion here. That's all in black text, so there's no diamonds on that. You got another sort of weirdly shaped or formed eagle here with some sort of green leaves here, but they're all diamonds. Big one there, and here you got some sort of floral pattern around it just here. So it actually does say WWE and then champion. So you could say this plate's more prestigious than the main one because it's a champion, but that's just me being picky. So that's that. And then, like I said, the 2 other side plates, they're pretty much the same. They're just reflected different. So you got diamonds all around the edge, and here it's got the WWE logo at the time, and there we go, World Wrestling Entertainment, and then just a buttload of little diamonds here. So this one and the other one, like I said, are exactly the same, just obviously they're flipped, so the diamonds are on this side and WWE and World Wrestling Entertainment are on this side here. Okay, right, so in terms of dimensions, got my little note here. So the main plate, so I measured this is the height, so this is from the top of this sort of crowny part to the bottom of the silver part here, just below the nameplate. That is 9.25 inches, so that's 9¼ inches. The width, I measured it from this side, from here to here, so the parts where it dips in, that's just a little over 9 inches. The side plates, so this and this, they're exactly the same dimensions. So the height from here, the silver part, to the bottom of the silver part here, that's just under 5 inches. And the width, so from here again to here where it dips in, that's 3.5 inches, 3.5. So like I said, they're the same. It's the same dimensions for the second side plate and the second side plate here. So the height from the top of the silver part here to here, that is 3 inches. Then the width is just a little bit bigger, that's 3.25 or 3¼ inches. And in terms of the strap, so first we're going to do the length. So this is from the end here all the way across to the end here. That is 4 foot and 8¼ inches, so 4 foot 8.25 inches. And the height, so I did it from the top of the strap, so the black part here down obviously to the bottom here. So that's 10¼ inches, so 10.25 inches. Alright, so hopefully that'll do you for dimensions. Right, just talk about the belt itself a little bit here. The gold paint on this, even though it looks pretty good on camera, it's sort of washed out gold paint. So let me try and think of one. Let's say my commemorative scratch logo belt with the big, the big logo that has the big logo and WWE Champion. It's sort of that got gold washed out paint, and then obviously you had on the network World Heavyweight Championship belt, that was more the true gold paint. So it's not like that, it looks a bit sort of washed out, so it's quite pale. Of course I'm always a fan of the sort of more richer gold paints, because it makes it look a little bit more realistic. So if you see this in person, it looks, maybe that might help a bit, I don't know, it looks a bit pale. On the camera here it looks pretty gold, but it's actually quite pale, to be honest. So yeah, that's one of my issues with the belt. Oh, that's it, let me look at the strap. So around the strap, obviously it's not re-leathered, it's the fake leather you get, so it's quite stiff. Stiff. So around, let me see. Right, there we go, there's a good bit of good light. So around you got stitching, and then you got this sort of shell tooling. I'm just showing you from this angle because the light's pretty good. There we go. So I apologise if my camera's going all over the place. So, oh look, there's a little error there. Sort of overlapping each other. Fail. So that shell tooling goes all around the main sort of part, all around here. You can't really see it, but it does. It goes up to here, and then of course it's on the bottom as well. So that goes around there. And here you got some sort of floral pattern and stamping tooling here. That's the same over on this side. There we go, you can see that just here. The snap, sorry, I just noticed you got the floral tooling just on the tips there as well. I can't remember if one of these belts at one point did have a gold tip on it. I've got a feeling it did, but I can't remember which one or when it was. So you got the snap box here stitched on, I believe, with the whatever tooling there. So the female snaps, the ones that get penetrated, there you got 5 here, and then over on the other side you got the same sort of snap box stitched on with that tooling, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 male snaps that do all the penetration action. So 8x2, and then 5x2 on the other end. So I'll just sort of show you the strap. Didn't realise how long this video is going to be. This is just the main part, and it's already at least 12 minutes. Alright, so let's flip this sucker over, see what you got on the back. So this is just a standard replica. So of course you'll be able to see all the screws holding the plates in place. Here you've got the fucking camera. Light's a bit too bright, but oh, there we go. You got the WWE holographic logo there, and all the figures Toyco information stitched on here. So WWE product, made in China as usual, and this is a 2005 version, as I said, so just as he went over to Raw. I don't believe they made the SmackDown versions when he was there, so this was probably one of the first editions you could ever get. So this is quite old now. This will be 11 years old at least. So this is the screw here. I always thought that you could tighten this up and this would hold the spinning part in place, but I've just tried it, and all this does, it literally rotates the plate. As I got the second hand, I don't know if there was maybe something that would lock in here, because it seems a bit pointless to expose this part if you can't really do anything with it. So there I might be missing out on something here to lock it in place, because I'm sure I heard stories that you could. So that's that. These are the bolts for the main plate, the side plate here, and then the second side plate, and it's the same on the other side. You've got 4 and 4 male snaps, and the female snaps there that get all the action. Right, so like I said, it's quite bloody heavy for a replica as well. It's because it must be because of all the layers on, at least on this plate. There's at least like 4 or 5 layers as we went over. Right, so let me sort of flip it over the shoulder, put it around the waist, just see what it looks like, and yeah, we're going to do that now. Alright, so we're going to do the same old thing we usually do, try it around the waist and over the shoulder just to see what it's like. Do keep in mind though, this belt is 11 years old, so the strap flexibility might have changed. I believe you can still buy these replicas, but obviously, yeah, like I said, the flexibility of the strap may have changed, or you know, this might have naturally changed over time because it is 11 years old now. But look at that. I remember when Rob Van Dam had won this belt off John Cena at the ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view, and he was like, I want to keep this belt too because look, it spins. Obviously it span more than that. Anyway, right, so let me put this bad boy around my waist. I've never done this before, so I don't know what the snaps are going to be like. Fucking hell, this around here it's pretty heavy. Like I said, Jesus. So, these are... there we go. These are going on pretty well. So I'll spin that sucker around. There we go. That's it around my waist. Yeah, it's quite weighty. If you have a boner, it's probably going to come slamming down on that if you hop around like that. So, there you go. Around there. So I'll give you the old whirl. That's what it looks like. Hopefully this is getting it on camera. So yeah, that's that. I'm on the last 2 snaps. It's quite got a bit of space here, but it feels snug. It doesn't feel like it's really flopping around or anything. I could go snap tighter, I guess, but that's that. So this plate fits right just on my sort of abdomen part here, so that's pretty good. Side plates, a little bit of dust on there, and then that. So yeah, hopefully you got a good indication of what that is. Like I said, I'm about 5'10", 11. I like to say 6 foot, you know. So that's me. So that fits around there. It is quite heavy. I always, even though Cena introduced this belt, CM Punk had it for the longest amount of time in one go, let's say. So wearing this belt like that, I always think of like CM Punk coming out with it. Wish he'd come back, but it is what it is. So it even unsnaps pretty easily over the shoulder. So this version, oh look at it, logo's gone perfectly. So like that. If you're doing a long promo, obviously the real thing would weigh a lot more than this. It could get quite weighty and everything, but that's over my shoulder. Oh, I'll turn this way. So this one actually fits pretty well. I can feel it right on my back there, so that goes right over the shoulder perfectly. The plates are separating here, so my shoulder is in this part where the leather is here. So that's just nice. Yeah, if I wanted to keep this belt or whatever, it looks like a belt, you know, in terms of its like just attributes that it fits over the shoulder and what have you. But I'm not a great lover of this belt design, and I was associated with CM Punk, whatever, or Randy Orton. It always makes me laugh that Triple H held this belt. It just doesn't look right on Triple H at the very least, since his first title was the Big Eagle belt, which was really good, my favourite belt in my opinion. So, even though it fits over the shoulder, so that's the flexibility of this one. And that's about it really, I suppose. So this plate goes nicely here. You could possibly stab yourself in the chin there. Just think of the Big Eagle. Stone Cold cut his chin on it when he did the Stone Cold Stunner on, I believe, Vince McMahon when he was first presented with the belt. So that's why I brought that up. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. Thanks for watching. As far as I know, these belts are probably still out there to buy, like from WWE, because these were like one of the top merchandise sellers ever, I believe, or at least in replica belts. Can't think why. Kids, Cena. Not to make us sound like a pedo, alright? Yeah, so if you want to get one of these, this is probably what you're going to get. I'm not sure if the gold paint's going to be the sort of true, richer gold paint again, or if they're going to stick with this sort of pale, washed out sort of gold paint. So that's that belt. It's quite heavy, so if you're buying it for your kid or something like that, just keep in mind an adult replica. I don't think they did commemorative belts, but an adult replica is going to be quite heavy for them. So bear that in mind. Yep, so hopefully this video has done its job. Entertained maybe, but informed you about what to expect if you get one of these. So thanks for watching, guys. The next video will be whenever it will be. What it will be about, I'm not too sure yet. But I just want to shout, I do appreciate people saying to me like, oh, we like that you're uploading videos regularly again. Thank you for that. It's just sometimes getting the motivation or like the sort of belt to talk about or topic to talk about. The ideas run out, you know, I can't just keep doing belts forever. So when it comes to that, we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. So all the best. Take care.